Hello everyone, this is Dr. Zaidi. Welcome to my YouTube channel, ZTube. Today, we are going to discuss the flow of manufacturing costs. Okay, so flow of manufacturing costs. So what is the first thing we do is we purchase materials from a vendor or from a supplier. So if you see on my slide here, when you purchase a materials, you debit materials inventory. Materials inventory is an asset account, and whenever the asset increase, you debit. Whenever the asset decrease, you credit. So if you see a journal entry, in the end, it says materials inventory is debited and then cash or accounts payable credited. If you have paid cash to purchase the material, you're going to credit the cash because one asset is increasing, materials inventory, and the other asset is decreasing, cash. Alternatively, you can also credit accounts payable. Accounts payable is a liability account. When liability increases, you credit. When liability decreases, you debit. So this works completely opposite to your asset accounts, right? Liability increases, you credit. Liability decreases, you debit. So in this case, your liability is increasing. You have to pay in future. So your accounts payable will be credited. So this is for materials purchased for production. Our next slide discusses the direct material used in production. So what do you do when the direct material is used in production? So when materials inventory consists of both direct and indirect material. What are direct material? Direct material is something which is a significant portion of your product. So if you are building a table, then a piece of wood and formica is a significant portion, and a cost effective to trace. So you consider this as a direct material. On the other hand, a glue could be considered as an indirect material. So if the material is requisitioned to the work in process department, that means it has to be a direct material. All the direct material goes to work in process, right? All the direct material goes to work in process. So the journal entry to record this transaction would be work in process inventory debit. Again, work in process inventory is also an asset. All kind of inventories are an asset account. So whether it's materials inventory, whether it's a work in process inventory, or whether it's a finished goods inventory, they are all the asset accounts. So if you see here in the journal entry, your work in process inventory is increasing, your asset is increasing, you're debiting. On the other hand, your materials inventory is decreasing, another asset account is decreasing, so you are crediting. So work in process inventory debit and materials inventory credit. Now we move on to our next slide that discusses the indirect material used in production. So as I said earlier, materials inventory consists of both direct and indirect material. If it's an indirect material, we put it in the manufacturing overhead account. Indirect material goes to manufacturing overhead account. So when that happens, you debit manufacturing overhead account as shown in the journal entry, manufacturing overhead debited and materials inventory credit. Now, the left side of manufacturing overhead is an actual side of manufacturing overhead. The right side is, or the credit side is, the applied overhead. Now, this is the topic of discussion for another this is another topic of discussion. We're going to discuss this later in my other videos. But at this point, you understand that the manufacturing overhead is debited. That means it's an actual account, right? You can also call it a control account. Okay. So indirect material transferred from materials inventory to manufacturing overhead. Then the direct labor, just like how the direct material goes to work in process, the direct labor also goes to the work in process account as shown in this arrow, right? Now, if the direct labor is paid on cash, then you're going to credit cash. If the direct labor is not paid on cash and you pay either bi-weekly or monthly, however you pay, then at that, then you can use a wages payable account as well. So in this case, because most companies use this wages payable account, we are going to, unless you are a cash basis business, so we are going to use a wages payable account here. So you debit work in process as it shows in the journal entry here, and you credit wages payable account, right? And I also listed here, or cash. The next is the indirect labor incurred in production. So wages payable account also consists of all kind of labors, the direct labors and the indirect labors. The indirect labor goes from wages payable to manufacturing overhead actual, right? So you debit manufacturing overhead actual as shown in the journal entry, and you credit either wages payable or cash depending on how are you paying that. Okay. You know, what is direct material, what is indirect material, what is direct labor, what is indirect labor? That's another topic that you can watch another YouTube video of mine to understand what are the differences between those four things. The next topic is how the manufacturing overhead incurred during the production is recorded. So anything else other than indirect material and indirect labor is also debited to manufacturing overhead account. The other manufacturing overhead includes such as depreciation expense, also includes supervisory salary of the factory or the manufacturing plant. It may be the security guard salary of the factory plant or a manufacturing plant, and other utilities and taxes related to the manufacturing plant can also be included in the other manufacturing overhead. Again, you're going to debit manufacturing overhead account as shown in the journal entry, the actual side, or also a control account, and you credit either accounts payable or cash. And then you apply manufacturing overhead. The applied manufacturing overhead is covered in my other video, why we apply overhead, why we don't use the actual manufacturing overhead. So in the manufacturing businesses, and even service industry and merchandising firms, we don't use actual manufacturing overhead. We use applied manufacturing overhead to calculate the cost. So here we are applying manufacturing overhead based on predetermined overhead rate, and the applied manufacturing overhead is transferred from your manufacturing overhead account to work in process account. The work in process inventory in this case is debited as shown in the journal entry, and manufacturing overhead applied is credited in the journal entry. Once you complete the goods, you finished working on them, you transfer them to finished goods inventory, right? The cost of goods manufactured, COGM, is transferred to finished goods inventory, as also known as you're transferred out from work in process and transferred in to finished goods inventory, also known as cost of goods manufactured. So the journal entry to record cost of goods manufactured is you debit finished goods inventory as shown in the journal entry, and you credit work in process inventory, right? So they both are asset accounts. So inventory from one account is decreasing, which is work in process, so you're crediting. The inventory in another account is increasing, finished goods, so you are debiting. My next slide discusses what happens when you sell the goods that you produce. So once they are sold, then the finished goods inventory move to cost of goods sold. Now, cost of goods sold is an expense account, right? The expense has a debit balance, just like the assets has a debit balance. So what it means is, if it has a debit balance, whenever expenses increase, you debit. Whenever expenses decrease, you credit. So you are increasing your expenses, means your cost of goods sold is increasing once you finish the products and you sell it, right? So you credit, as you see in the journal entry, you credit your finished goods inventory because it's moving out of your finished goods inventory, and you're debiting cost of goods sold, which is an expense account, increase in cost of goods sold. Okay. Thank you for watching my video. Subscribe my channel for live updates. I hope you liked my video. Thank you.